Hello athletes and fans of bodybuilding, Tarek El-Guindy with the Mr. Olympia, the Pittsburgh Pro. Yes, that's where the president, Jim Manion, that's where the vice president, Tyler Manion, that's where the NPC and IFBB Pro League offices and headquarters are located. We come to Pittsburgh to celebrate, yes, the success of bodybuilding. Not only the expansion worldwide, but millions of people have been impacted by dieting, by exercising, by lifting weights, by pursuing a healthier lifestyle. I've been part of the NPC for a long time, and to see all these competitors worldwide getting on a diet, fulfilling their potential, makes me happy. Let's get down to the guest posers. Derek Lunsford, the Mr. Olympia. Legs. The legs were bigger. Yes, that was a point of focus for him, and it looks like it's working. I also think, even though his back is already phenomenal, I also think his back is even getting better. He's added a layer of thickness to his back. So Derek knows Hadi is coming, but he's not staying still. He's also improving. The Mr. Olympia is gonna be incredible. Samson Dauda, massive, aesthetic, beautiful as always. I don't think we're gonna see Samson back on stage until the Olympia, but this is a good time for Samson to decide what he's going to do in terms of his conditioning. Maybe start dieting a little bit earlier. I also think his back double biceps and his back lat spread is vastly improved. So Samson might show up at the Olympia at his all-time best. Nick Walker, humongous, massive. A lot of people said, man, he could have been a little bit tighter. I am the first one to tell you that one of the most consistent bodybuilders in terms of conditioning has been Nick Walker. So it's hard for me to believe that he's gonna go to the New York Pro and not be conditioned. That's one of the guys that's always conditioned. So I'm not worrying at all about Nick Walker. I think he's gonna show up in New York, and I think he's gonna be conditioned. Now, obviously, we're all speculating here, but if you are on Nick Walker's camp, if you are a fan of Nick Walker, I wouldn't be so concerned. This guy has done it many times. He knows his body. Matt Jensen knows his body. I think they're gonna bring him. Martin Fitzwater, man, coming out of a great victory in Detroit, now he wanted to guest pose. He's doing the New York Pro, conditioning shape, but he's not as big as some of these guys. He's not as big as Derek Lunsford. He's not as big as Nick Walker. And I think Derek Lunsford right there next to him kind of showed him that he still has a little bit to go. And Derek Lunsford is a guy that came from the 212 like Martin Fitzwater. I think Martin is just starting the process of adding all that muscle, but I'm excited to see him in New York. Andrew Jacked and Hunter Labrada, both of them impressed me a lot. A lot of mass on both of them. Andrew Jacked is a statue, tall, beautiful, huge legs. He looks like he's filling up. And if this guy fills up and he's conditioned, I don't even know where we're going with bodybuilding. I mean, we're just getting some guys from another planet. He's that good, but we need to see it at the Mr. Olympia. In Hunter, as I always say, he is the X factor. He's got the small waist, but he can add a lot of muscle to his frame, so guys like Derek Lunsford and Nick Walker can be actually attacked by Hunter Labrada because he's got the lines and he can carry a lot of mass. The Mr. Olympia is gonna be awesome. Congratulations to all the guest posers. I wanna talk to you about the classic physique guys that came in and they mixed up with the big guys. Ramon looked incredible. Big, small waist, the legs were huge. And I think that's a lesson for a lot of the other competitors. Get on stage and pose right next to the big bodybuilders. Urs Kalachinsky looked incredible. I talked to my co-host at Olympia Live, Bob Ciccarillo, and he said, Tarek, I think Urs has to go to the open. His frame allows him to have a lot more mass. I think he can go to the open. Well, that's going to be his decision. He's one of the most successful classic physique guys. But on that note, I want to tell you that the Pittsburgh Pro Classic Physique winner Eric Wildeberg was a men's physique competitor. Yes, I remember him turning pro. I remember him competing as a men's physique competitor. He was a really good competitor. But Eric wanted to win shows, and it wasn't happening in men's physique. He transitioned to classic, and now he continues to win shows in classic physique. To all the competitors out there, do not get frustrated. Just switch a category. It's perfectly fine. Chris Bumstead started in bodybuilding. Now he's in classic physique. Andrea Shaw, she started in women's physique. Now she's in women's bodybuilding. Allow yourself to experiment. And I think you can be as successful as Eric Wildeberg, who's going back to the Olympia. Congratulations. Men's physique, Ali Bilal. Man, the obliques were in. Great pose. And the back separation was there. I've judged Ali Bilal. When he's on point, man, that guy is incredible. And he brought the conditioning. And I think if he does that at the Olympia, we're going to see something special. Moving on to bikini, Amy Lynn Delgado. She knew Ashley Kallwasser was going to be there. They both winning a lot of shows, and they collided in Pittsburgh. And she won the event against Ashley. Just a bit fuller on the glutes, a little bit of a fuller frame. Amy Lynn Delgado is sending a message. I want to be next to Jennifer Dory and Laura Lee Chapados. I'm winning all these shows. I'm as good as them. And Amy, yes, you just might be as good as them. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're right there battling with them. Congratulations, that's a former Miss USA's. I've known her for years. She is very competitive and she wants to be Olympia Bikini champion. Great job. Moving on to wellness. Wow. Elisa Alcantara, the Dominican nightmare for the Brazilians. Guys, all the Brazilian competitors, I mean, you're talking about, some of the best Brazilian competitors. She's beating them. And I believe she can put the heat against Franciele Matos. She is el pesadillo de las brasileñas, the nightmare of the Brazilians. Great glutes, great legs, great midsection, amazing posing. That's the one that can attack Franciele Matos along with Isa Pereira. Congratulations. In the figure division, Natalia Soltero, she's a veteran, displayed great physique, great conditioning. Could have a little bit more quads, a little bit more of a V-taper, but she's as good as it gets. And then moving on to the women's physique, Natalie Wolf. Nice physique, nice lines, good conditioning. Let's see if she can attack that top 10 at the Mr. Olympia. Moving on to Spain. Man, great competitors in Spain. I'm going to start with the wellness. Jade Cristaldo. Yes, congratulations to Emilio Martinez. Beautiful glutes, beautiful legs, perfect midsection. She's complete. I had never seen her before. I'm excited to see what she does at the Olympia. And moving on to the classic physique, Jose Manuel. Guys, take a look at this picture right here. Look at the hamstrings and the glutes on this man. He hasn't eaten a carbohydrate in 7 years. He's peeled to the bone. He hits a back double biceps at the Mr. Olympia. With those glutes and those quads and the hamstrings, he's gonna get the attention. This guy is good. Pay attention to him. In Hungary, Rejoice Godwin. She wins the figure. Last year, she was really good. Could have added some size, and she did. A little fuller, but she didn't compromise the conditioning. Welcome back to the Mr. Olympia. In bikini, Francesca Stoico, veteran. And I think this time she's a little smaller. She streamlined her physique, and she looks better. Now, sometimes gaining muscle might make you better, and sometimes reducing muscle based on your category might make you better. And I think that's what happened with Francesca Stoico. Congratulations. In the men's physique, men's classic physique is Richard Nagy. And I think this guy has one of the smallest waists in classic physique. He's got nice quads. We just needed to add a little bit more upper and back thickness. If he has that, this guy is as good as it gets. In Korea, man, Hyun Lee wins the men's physique. He's got great shot in the back, great shot in the front. Let's just add a little bit more upper chest. If he has a little bit more upper chest, then the shoulders don't look that prominent. In the classic physique, Another great, we had 3 great classic physique competitors. Jimbo Lee, he took second and now he wins his qualification. He's got good conditioning, he's got good legs, but again, we need to gain a little bit more mass up top and on the back. It was an amazing weekend. Congratulations to all the guest posers in Pittsburgh. The New York Pro is gonna be incredible. I'm gonna be there with Chris Cormier and Bob Ciccarillo. We are going to broadcast all the stuff that happens in the backstage, all the interviews for all of you guys. My name is Tarek El Guindy. We'll see you next time.